We are now wrapping up Seminar 2, where we looked at different learner-centered instructional strategies and how they can be implemented in your course. In Seminar 1 and 2, we learned about different strategies and identified various barriers. At this point in time, you should be implementing a strategy in your class and reflecting on the implementation, the impact of it, and other things of that nature. As we move into Seminar 3, we begin to turn from looking at learner-centered instructional strategies to begin looking at the realm of assessment. Assessment, if you've not already taken the time to think deeply on it, may initially make you think of the test at the end of a course. However, as we are becoming smarter about teaching, we know that assessment plays a much larger role in identifying the success of our students and ourselves. As we look at the content of Seminar 3, we begin to engage with the idea of what assessment is, what we can gain from completing assessments, and how to use assessments in your classroom effectively. Over Seminars 3 and 4, we will begin to dig deeper and deeper into the concept of assessment. Within these seminars, there are a couple things going on. You will have discussion questions, readings, and different assignments to do. And you will also be reflecting on these strategies that you're using. And now that you're using some learner-centered instructional strategies in the classroom, you will also reflect on how these strategies are working. If we go into the Seminar 3 Documents tab, you'll see that there are readings and a self-directed lecture for you to look at. If we go back to the main Seminar 3 page and go back into the assignments, you will see that you have 3 discussion questions for the week. And if you scroll down, you'll also see that you have a lesson plan assignment. When you are doing this lesson plan, really think about what learner-centered instructional strategies could be used successfully in your class. So if you scroll through here, you'll see that there are different directions for how to do this. Maybe consider how you will scaffold your students' learning and understanding, how you'll prepare your students successfully for the assignments, what common misconceptions that students might have about the seminar or the content, and what concepts in the seminar content the students might struggle with. And then at the end, you'll see that this is where the formative assessment comes in. In looking at this, you'll put an SLO from your class in this box, and you will plan for the week in these boxes. I always suggest that you take a few minutes and you decide what learner-centered instructional strategies might be useful in this area. You could put that here. Put your readings in here. Put discussion questions, activities that you might want to implement into your class. And I also suggest that maybe not plan something every day. We are an asynchronous institution, and if you post something every day, are your students going to go deep into the topic, or are they going to just skim through the information and maybe add a comment or two? So be very thoughtful in where you place stuff on your lesson plan. As you scroll further down in the template, you'll see that there is an area for you to list assignments and other required readings from your class. When you're doing this lesson plan, really think about what formative assessment is. It's the idea of intentionally engaging with your students to find out where they are in the learning process. For example, if students are completing a paper, it is not formative assessment to grade that paper and then return it to them. It is formative assessment to find out how prepared they are to write that paper before they begin. It is also to check in with them midweek and see if they're understanding the SLOs. So really think about allowing the opportunity for students to learn where they are in their own learning process. Formative feedback is not just responses within the discussion board. It is something more substantive, more intentional, and it's less risk than a graded assignment. I hope that you really take the opportunity to expand on your ideas of formative assessment and how it can enhance your course.